Hey everybody, and welcome back to Miss D's Pantry. And today I have a new series for you guys, cooking what's in my fridge and pantry. In this video and in this series, we're just gonna pull things out of my fridge and see what happens. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for more of these videos. So this is what's going on inside of my fridge. I'm just taking a look around. I see a little bit of sriracha. I'm looking at some of my sauces, my ginger, my garlic. Just seeing what I can make. And this is a great way just to, you don't know what to make, you don't have an idea, no inspiration. If you just open up your fridge, there's some inspiration in there. You just got to be a little creative. So I'm pulling out some things now. I see some cheddar cheese. I see some butter. I'm checking and scoping this out. Looks like I'm making a decision here on the two cheeses. And then I'm going to open up the freezer and take a look and see what's inside of here. I have a little bit of imitation crab meat. So, fun fact, I used to go to culinary school with this girl who could literally make anything out of anything. And it really inspired me. And ever since then, I have trained myself to take anything and put it together and make it. As long as I can understand flavor profiles, which I can. And you can just make anything. So, it looks like we have some imitation crab meat, cheddar cheese, Velveeta, half and half, garlic, butter, and sriracha. And we're also going into the pantry here and getting some penne. So we're going to do not exactly a buffalo chicken pasta. We're just going to do a spicy crab pasta. So I've got some water boiling. And I threw some of the penne in there. I'm just going to cook that for 14 minutes. And then once that's cooked, I'm just going to drain it and let it sit to the side. I have a little bit of butter in the skillet. We're going to go for some garlic. Looks like about a tablespoon there. About a tablespoon of garlic. We're going to stir that around in the butter. Don't want to burn it, but we do want to get that flavor out. We have a little bit of flour here because we're going to start making a roux for the cheese sauce for our pasta. Then we have some that's half and half. We have some half and half here. Heavy cream will work too if that was in the fridge. I prefer heavy cream, but it looks like all I have is some half and half. So we're just going to stir that, making sure we incorporate the flour and the milk together because we want that to thicken up. And we have some onion powder, some ground pepper, and some Old Bay. And then we're just going to stir this up some more. Let that thicken up. If it gets too thick, then you might want to add some more milk or, heavy cream, whatever you're using. So we're just adding a little bit more of that in there. And just a touch more Old Bay. You want to taste as you go as far as seasonings. You don't want it to be too salty. So you just want to taste as you're going to gauge how much more seasoning you need to add. Because salt can really overpower a dish and it might not be pleasurable to your palate anymore. So it's like we're starting to add a little bit of the Velveeta. A lot of people don't like to use this when they make cheese sauce, but I do because it helps bind all the cheeses together, like cheddar cheese and mozzarella. It's just so stringy. So I like to use that just to bind everything together. That's just my little secret. And we're just going to stir that up. And I'm just adding a little bit more Velveeta cheese, it looks like. Had I had more cheese, more cheddar cheese, or different kind of cheeses, I would have added those. But we're working with what we have. I'm adding the sriracha in. Now, you want to add this, taste as you go. You want to add enough to where it's spicy for you. You can add like a teaspoon if you don't like a lot of spice. But I'm okay with the spice. I like a little kick in my dish every now and then. So I'm just adding and tasting as I go. Alright, so once it's set and got all thickened up, I'm going to add the imitation crab meat. You can actually add actual crab meat or like shrimp. You can turn this into like a seafood thing. At this point, you really want to turn off the heat because the imitation crab meat's already cooked, so we're not trying to cook it. We're just trying to add some of that flavor in there. That's all. And then we're going to add the pasta back, cooked pasta back into the dish. And at this point, we're just going to toss that around. I love using penne because the pasta gets inside of the noodle. So every time you take a bite of that noodle, you have that sauce and it just bursts right in there. And I like noodles that the sauce really stick to. So we're just stirring this up. A little slow motion action. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. You can, if you had, other cheeses, you could put it in the oven, like a little mozzarella parmesan, get a little crust on top. That would be good too. Doing a little bit of a mukbang for y'all because we have to give it a taste just to make sure it tastes amazing. It had just the right amount of spice. And crab meat or imitation crab is kind of sweet, has a little bit of a sweetness to it. So you get that as well as some of the other flavors. Just so everything isn't fat on top of fat, And that's it. That's the rest of the dish. Didn't take long at all. Probably took me about maybe 20 minutes to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for more of the series. I'll start a playlist and link that below. Make sure you check down the description box below for all my links. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, I'll have the link down there as well. I thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video.